You are logged on to the Computer Corner Show. I'm your host, Phil Shortell, lead instructor emeritus at Computer Corner in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And with me here today is Carole Petronovich, one of the owners and founders of Computer Corner. Good day to you.
Good day, everyone.
Hey, if you're unsure about URLs, you have an urge to upgrade, or you're uneasy about updates, watch our podcast, listen to it today, and also perhaps you could go back and find some of our previous podcasts where we cover lots and lots of different topics that really should be of interest to you.
We definitely do cover a vast array of topics. The Computer Corner Show is now available via a link from the Computer Corner website, which is at www.compcorner.com. And we're also available on YouTube. And that's actually a better way to find us. You can just go to YouTube, of course, and search for Computer Corner Albuquerque, and we'll be there.
That does mean that some people listening to us on YouTube may not know anything about Computer Corner, so let us tell you a bit about ourselves.
We've been in business here in New Mexico since 1983, and we offer computer sales, service, and training, and electronic recycling to home users, businesses, state, local, and federal government too.
We say that Computer Corner is high tech with a human touch because customer service is our primary focus.
It most definitely is. So today we have a number of topics for you, a bit of industry news, and then our primary topic, which is what to do when you have a failed Windows update or your computer just locks up completely during an update.
I know that many people out there block the updates because, well, they can be problematic, but they're actually important because they often fix previous issues and deliver security updates. We'll talk about that a bit more when we get to that topic.
First, a little housekeeping. Here in New Mexico, we are all sheltering in place, but as an essential business, yes, we are. As an essential business, Computer Corner is open, but with limited hours right now. So I want to just share those new hours with you. We're open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to 4 on Saturday.
The shelter-in-place mandate is really hurting business right now. So please support your local businesses who like Computer Corner. We're all getting ready for their big Black Friday sales.
Indeed, we were. But we do still have our specials in place. We have one great special in place for the holidays. In fact, until December 31st, we're going beyond the traditional holiday time period with our specials. When you buy any computer system, any laptop or desktop, you'll get a free 1-year license for Kaspersky antivirus, and a very special treat. You will get access to an online Windows 10 video tutorial recorded by none other than Phil. So very special because he's an excellent instructor.
Even if you've been using Windows 10, I guarantee you'll learn something from my Windows 10 tutorial. And that's something you will never get with an online purchase.
That's for sure. If you're sheltering at home right now and you want to purchase with us, that's for sure. We can deliver, of course, or we can even offer you curbside pickup, like a lot of businesses are doing. We can do that on all your orders. And of course, if you need service, our service department is open to serve you.
Just a little industry news now before our primary topic. With so very many people working from home, there have been serious computer and electronic shortages, which are compounded by the fact that most of these products are manufactured in, wait for it, China.
Indeed. And the coronavirus has hit China so heavily, as we all know, that their manufacturing process cycles are all way down. So they're not producing as much product as they used to. And this is having an impact not only on the computer industry, but on the automotive industry, the electronics industry, the cell phone industry, and many others. And it's affecting virtually every country in the world.
The products most greatly affected in our industry are entry-level desktop printers, lower-priced laptops, headphones, and microphones, but it's certainly not limited to that.
No. So when you're thinking about your holiday shopping, we really recommend, especially this year, that you do it early, because electronic shelves, computer shelves, like the TP aisle, they're going to be, they might be a little bit bare.
Now, just another little tidbit of info. Not too long ago, Internet Explorer, or IE as most of us know it, led the pack in the most commonly utilized web browsers. Not so anymore.
Indeed. That's in part because Microsoft is no longer supporting Internet Explorer, but it is still utilized by 5.6 of the world's population. Um, Actually, Google Chrome was a leader for many years and actually still is, but and it's got 69.3% of the world's populace using it. But Edge, Microsoft Edge, is actually gaining ground, and Chrome usage is down for the third month in a row.
Microsoft's Edge browser is now used by 10.2% of the world and is starting to take over popularity. And I suspect that's because they made it available to users of all operating systems earlier this year, when originally it was only available with Windows 10.
And as a side note, if you're having trouble on anybody's website, a particular website, even a large company's website, you might try switching browsers, especially if you're using Internet Explorer.
Okay, I actually have 4 different browsers on my computer just in case.
I have 3.
I don't mean you have to do that yourselves, but I do have 4 of them on here. And
Right?
many websites aren't even being designed to run on Internet Explorer anymore. So if you are still using it, you might want to consider switching to Chrome or Edge or Safari or Firefox or whatever you want.
Right. Okay, now on to our important topic. Phil mentioned before that even though the Windows updates can be problematic, you really want to let them run because they can also contain, and they do also contain, security patches and updates, patches and things for past issues.
Now, that doesn't mean you have to be the first to run the new updates, though. In October, an update rolled out on Patch Tuesday, which is the first Tuesday of the month, and it was so buggy that it caused computers to crash and printers to stop printing.
That was a new one. It also caused what we termed the blue screen of death, which, as it implies, it causes your computer to crash right before your eyes. It completely crashes. And actually, sometimes it causes a black screen as well. But if that wasn't enough, sometimes the update would get hung up and not complete at all, and it would just be stuck.
Yeah, and one of the worst things you can do is to just turn off your computer while it's in the middle of an update, because it's right in the middle of making changes to the operating system that your computer relies on to boot up and run. And if you interrupt it, your system may need a service call from a professional. Not absolutely, but maybe.
But to Microsoft's credit about the update in October, they had an emergency patch out by the next day. So that was great, but boy, was that Tuesday a mess. We had more service calls that day at Computer Corner than we've had in a long time. But I think some of those other high incidents of service calls, I think those were because of patches that Microsoft and they were related to a Microsoft update as well. So
There have been
there
some
you go.
there have been some that caused me much grief. So what do you do when the inevitable strikes? Your computer is right in the middle of an update and it seems to freeze, or you get the error message that the update has failed.
First of all, most of the time when somebody thinks that their update is frozen or their computer is frozen during an update, it's really not. So as tempting as it might be to reboot your computer, try to let it run. Just let it go. Sometimes that means overnight. You just need to be patient. And hopefully overnight, after that, you can see if the update is complete, and it will be.
But if you let the update run overnight and your system still is not updating and really is frozen, you have no choice but to reboot.
Then you'll probably get a message that your system is reverting back to previous updates, which it is. And then it will say it's cleaning because it's cleaning it off of your computer. And then you're right back where you started, and you'll need to run those the attempted update again.
One common reason that updates fail is that you may not be running the updates in sequence. Now, with Windows 10, the updates are supposed to be cumulative, in that when you run an update, it goes back and runs all the updates before the current one. But that's not always the case.
Yeah, that's the operative word there was the updates are supposed to be
Yes.
cumulative. So watch for messages about which updates your computer needs, and you may need to run each one in order manually. And be prepared. This could take you a good half day or so, depending on how far behind you are in your updates. maybe that's not a big deal while you're sheltering in place. You might have some time on your hands.
Right.
So
I know that we made it sound like you should avoid updates at all costs, but they really are necessary. Again, you just don't have to be the guinea pig who runs them the first day. Wait a day or so and make sure there wasn't a disaster, but then do run them.
So we've come to the end of our show today. And as always, we hope that you found this show informative and interesting. Since you are sheltering in place, we mentioned our previous podcast. There is one, especially you might want to listen to or watch. And that was done earlier this year. It's also on YouTube. It's about some really amazing websites that you can go to. And you can go into space live time into space. You can tour a museum in 3D. You can tour national parks in 3D. Really a bunch of interesting websites, and we'll bring some of those to you.
Yes.
In that
Please,
podcast.
please support your local businesses like Computer Corner during these horrible times. And if your laptop or desktop computer is in need of service, Computer Corner is open and we can even come to your home or business.
Absolutely. If you do need service, you can get a coupon for a free computer diagnostic exam in the Computer Corner Service Department by signing up for our e-newsletter. And of course, you do that by going to our website at www.compcorner.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you can sign up and you will get that digital coupon.
Mm-hmm. Well, we hope that you'll think of Computer Corner for all your hardware, software, service, and training needs. We also hope you'll listen and join us again next month for November's podcast, or this is November's
Actually,
podcast,
for December's.
December's podcast. And if you have a topic you'd like to hear about, let us know. This is Phil.
And Carole.
Wishing you carefree computing. The Computer Corner show is logging off.